Hello everyone, this is Anil Kumar. This is the continuation of the earlier Maven theoretical video where we discussed about the what is Maven, how it works, how it will download the jar file from the remote repository to the local repository, and how the POM, what is the POM file and all. So even if you are not following that particular demonstration, probably I will explain you practically how it happens. Probably you can again go back to the video and you can refer what I am telling here. Just see, I opened an Eclipse project, and I am trying to create a one Maven project. If you go to file and click on new, there are certain projects that are visible like JPA, EJB, Dynamic, and we will choose the Maven project here. So if you click on a Maven project, actually Maven gives us you some kind of a skeleton. Okay, if you want to create a web application, it will give you the necessary things that are needed to configure a web application. If you want to create a standalone application, it would give you the necessary framework for kind of a standalone, what is the package that you need to create and all. Right, in the for web application, it should be a war file, and if it is a standalone application, it should be a kind of executable jar file. So so this is the archetype selection for Maven. These are the actually templates. Template is nothing but a standard framework necessary for a project. I am choosing a Maven archetype quick start. It is a kind of standalone application. Maybe you can choose for web app also. Maybe I have covered when we create a Spring MVC application, we have chosen web app application. Maybe I will choose the quick start for a quick demonstration here. Click on next. So then it would ask you for a group ID and artifact ID. Okay, group ID is nothing but your kind of package name, which package you want to follow. I'm following com.javatech. Anything you can follow, you can name it here. And artifact ID, this is the one where you, what is your project name? Maybe you want to do, I'm actually want to do spring core demo, some project name. This is a project name. So let me click on finish. So it is creating with that particular archetype. A sample project has been created. So Spring Core demo has been created. If you see the structure as I explained in the PPT in the earlier video, it has mandated some certain Java project nomenclature. It would follow SRC main Java. So whenever anyone creates in industry a project, that would follow SRC main Java, even that is a struts application or Spring application or JPA application or whatever. It is very easy to migrate from one project to another project, convert from struts to Spring, JPA, other EJP project to the Spring. So everybody will follow the same project. If I expand this, it has some test class, and we will go there and I will try to explain the pom.xml. This is the pom.xml, which is very heart of the Maven application. So if I open the pom.xml here, it would give you the group ID, whatever we choose in a com.javatech, and artifact ID, this is the project name, and the version it has demonstrated our project version. Maybe this is the first version, it is giving 0.0.1. If I do some changes later and I can upgrade to 0.0.2, 0.03, something like that. And as it is a standalone application, it is making a jar file by default. So, and the another important aspect is, I think, properties. We can deal with properties later. Maybe we can define some versionings here. And dependencies, by default the dependency it has added is a JUnit. So if you go there and Maven dependencies, there is a JUnit jar file. It has already downloaded. if you see the path here, it is going to my local drive. See, user m2 repository. So it is basically a local repository. This is called a local repository. So let me navigate there. So I am in the C drive, users, user, there is a .m2 folder. If you install a Maven, there is a .m2 file will automatically gets created in the users folder, and this is the local repository. This is the repository folder where it would download all the necessary jar files. I think I created a few projects earlier, like Spring MySQL connector, servlet based. So all these necessary jar files you will create. I will just open one structure here to make you understand clearly. Suppose in the Spring framework related project, if you go to org, uh, Spring framework, Spring core, see, it has chosen all the necessary, it has downloaded all the necessary jar files. So how it has downloaded, let me open this. I opened Google. So there is a site that Maven has provided for you. If you search Maven repository, okay, go to Maven repository. This is the Maven repository where you don't confuse anything. You need to download. I want to just tell Maven like I want to create a Spring project. Just type it here, Spring. Okay, Spring. What project? Spring Core or Spring MVC or whatever. So Spring, probably Spring Core. Okay, Spring Core. It is giving the necessary jar files. Maybe Spring. If you want Spring security related jar file, you can go and click on Spring Security Core. I just chosen Spring Core. It will mention you all the necessary versionings. So maybe you can choose a stable version, or maybe you can choose a latest version, whatever you want. Maybe I'm choosing one thing dynamically. So 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 if you go to below, it will give you the dependency. Just copy that dependency and go to Eclipse. Just put it on the dependency section. So just come below and see, I'm not saving here. Just remember, this is the group id org.spring framework. This is the Spring core. Carefully observe on the left hand side Maven dependencies. There is no jar file called Spring core. Let me save that. What will happen is, if I save it here, it would in the bottom right corner, it would go to the Maven repository, connected to the internet, and it would fetch the, it will see the necessary 5.1.7 version from the repository. It would put on the local repository. Okay, maybe if you want to even more clearly need to follow, I will go to org Spring framework, Spring core. If you see, what is the version? 5.1.7. Is there any folder called 5.1.7 here? No, right? So let me click on save here. See, here it has gone to the remote repository, right? It is not there in the local repository, so it has gone to remote repository. It has fetched 5.1.7 jar. So it has incorporated, it has gone to remote and copied to the local repo. See, 5.1.7 just came today, 11:29 9 a.m. 5.17, that jar file has been downloaded to the local repo. This is how the entire dependency management, even if you put like 100 dependencies here, all those dependency jar files will make available to your local repository, and also it would be available in your build path. If you go to the properties and click on the libraries, Maven repositories, all those things will make it available in your build path. This is a very great feature. This is called the dependencies management by Maven. not like dependency management of Spring. That is a different concept. This is a dependencies identify automatically in the runtime. So you just make use of this particular project, and you can and also if you run this application, it would automatically package and make the jar file executable runtime. This also it makes like Spring Core demo 0.01 snapshot jar file, and the client can able to easily able to execute the jar file. So this is a very simple introduction to Maven, which is see, if you talk about a lot more dependencies, there is a like a compiling, grouping, packaging, deploy, all those features we will discuss in upcoming videos. But this much of understanding should be fine to make to create all Spring based applications like Hibernate, Spring MVC, Spring Boot, all those things we can make it easily. So, and this is the basic concepts of what I have covered in the theory, and I have demonstrated here in the in this practical example. Please click on the like button if you like my video, and also do subscribe to my channel to further videos. Thanks a lot for your support.